What was it like when I came out again at 27 and said, right, I am transitioning now?
I think the worst thing, I didn't like the name you'd chosen.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis and this is my mum,
Tracey.
And today we're filming a video, a long requested video that I've been trying to get you to do for like a year.
Yeah.
So I'm trans, if you don't know, and I make videos online and talk about lots of different things, but today...
Are you?
Yeah. I put a post out on my YouTube community tab asking what you guys would like my mum to answer, and we've had some lovely questions, so we're going to answer them. Is that all right?
Sure.
Do you need glasses on? Right, one thing I want to read first, which was super lovely. We got some lovely comments. You have your mum's beautiful smile. Your mum's gorgeous. Alexis's mum has got it going on.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so question number 1. Many don't have the privilege of supportive parents regardless of the background. What would your best piece of advice be to those parents who are fearful of their child transitioning and the best way to support their child?
I think I raised you to understand you're going to get negative comments.
You did. You made me tough.
Yeah.
With tough love.
Yeah,
sometimes.
but I mean, I knew how the world would treat you. Where we come from, like mining communities, they're even tougher.
Well, you always let me be myself, though. I had like clicky clocky shoes and Barbie dolls, and I remember you painting my toenails red on the bathroom floor when I was about 4.
Yeah, but it made you happy.
Yeah, but
and who am I to judge what you wanted to be?
But some parents do.
Well, they need to wake up to the world, you know what I mean? We're living in 21st century.
That's it. There you go. So what would you tell someone who had a trans child?
As long as your child's healthy and happy,
yeah,
it don't matter.
Good. I love that. Thank you. Okay, Jennifer asked quite a few questions. So number 1, were you surprised when Alexis told you she wanted to transition?
I think there'd been other underlying issues at that particular time that I'll not mention.
Oh gosh, don't bring out my skeletons.
Yeah. Till you got to love yourself.
My personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I didn't.
You did it at that particular time, and your self-confidence and whatnot. That's why I didn't want you to transition at that particular time.
Yeah.
And I don't think that time would have been right for you.
Yeah.
Because you weren't fully developed mentally or physically.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
So what was it like when I came out again at 27 and said, right, I am transitioning now, the whole process is starting?
I think the worst thing, I didn't like the name you'd chosen.
What's wrong with my name?
Well, it's like Alexa.
I know, I know.
Volume up. Alexa.
I mean, I was already pretty feminine.
Oh, yeah.
Before. It's not like I was going from like a big rugby boy to a feminine. Hello, the cat's coming in. Were there any early signs of me being trans, but you just didn't maybe notice them at the time? Like looking back, is there anything that makes you think...
you used to wear wigs and that.
Well,
yeah.
Well, I know that's probably a clear sign.
Yeah.
That something was different.
You used to always have tea towel on your head. You always wanted long hair. If we'd go somewhere special, you'd always want a big T-shirt.
Really?
So it was like wearing a dress. Can you remember we went to Euro Disney and that?
No. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have forgot about that.
Yeah, so it were like, you're wearing a big T-shirt, but it were like wearing a dress.
So there was always the signs there.
Yeah, from...
But did you just sort of put that down to maybe me being... Well, you thought back then I might be gay when I grew up?
No, you just like wearing frocks.
What was your biggest fear before and during procedures? Do you have any fears before my surgeries?
I just knew you'd do it all.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I know what you like. And only thing that I'll say about your surgeries and that you've had, I know you fully research the companies.
Yeah.
And you don't go to any
backstreet. No.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You look on reviews and you do a lot of research, which
I think it's important, especially when it's like around my face surgeries, like there. Why are you laughing at that?
It is. I'm just winding you.
I just think because you only get one face and I don't want to look like a different person. I just want to look softer. Do we look the same? Okay, another question. Hello, Mum. Do you have a curly hair routine or product recommendations? Love your hair.
Just a little bit of mousse.
Is that it? Yeah. You're so lucky it sits nice. Mine doesn't dry like that. Mine goes all frizzy and gross.
But it's better be wet and all sorts.
We shouldn't do that. That's bad for your hair, Mum. It's really bad for your hair.
I've done it for all these years.
And it can make you poorly as well. We'll do one more question. God, right, okay. Okay, did she have any gut feelings that you were gay before you came out to her? And regardless, how did she react? Also, since you had already come out as gay, was the announcement of transitioning less big of a shock? Similar question. Do you remember what you said to me when I came out? Because obviously, if you don't know, I came out as gay first. When I was about 12,
12, yeah.
I sent you a text message. It's long, like heart pouring out, like text of like, I'm so sorry, I hope you still love me, and I hope things don't change. And do you remember what you replied? You don't remember what you replied?
No.
You put, I've known since you were 3, what do you want for dinner? Do you know what? I'm very lucky. I think sometimes I forget that. Some kids don't get that, do they?
No, and
it's sad.
It is sad.
I struggle to understand how you could ever stop loving your kid just because of the way that they are.
I can't comprehend.
Sure, I saw a question about the wedding, but I can't find it.
You get married?
Yes, Mum.
Oh, okay.
One more question. And then we'll have to do a part 2 because this is going to be too long. So there will be a part 2 on my channel after a few days of this one going out. So last question for this video. Yay, I love that your mum is supporting you on your journey. Can she please tell us a story about you from your childhood? I remember one. I'll tell it after you tell one.
Like every time we used to go to Woolworths.
Oh, do you remember Woolworths?
Yeah, and you'd always want the new Barbie that came out.
And you always got it.
Yeah, till I gave you your pocket money.
And then they were too expensive.
Yeah.
It was so expensive, Barbie doll.
Yeah. Woolworths again, and we'd got your clocky shoes.
If you don't know what clocky shoes are, I'll put a picture on the screen. I used to love them.
And your feet outgrew the clocky shoes. You were mortified.
Obviously, I was growing and my feet got too big for them because I do have, quite big feet. I remember that one time I was quite a heavy-set child as I got older, and I remember being in them and hearing a crack. And I remember you screaming at Dad, and you were like, "You need to super glue them!" And he was like gluing them in the kitchen, and I was like patiently waiting for them. I remember a story from childhood. We were in Quick Save, and it was Christmas Eve. Do you remember?
And you walked off.
I walked. No, you walked off.
walked off.
You walked off. So
Yeah.
we were in the supermarket on Christmas Eve, and I remember walking past this big Barbie dream house.
I think you got it that Christmas.
I did get it
yeah.
that Christmas, and I was mesmerised by this dream house. And then I looked back to see my mum, and she'd gone. Do you remember what I did?
You went to
the tills,
yeah.
And I was like, I've lost my mum. And they're like, what's your mum's name, love? And I was like, Mum, I don't know. You were so mad at me. You were so mad that I was awful. I never wandered off again though, did I?
Lesson learned.
It was a big lesson learned. Right, we're going to have to call it there for this video because we've got so many more questions. But if you have any other questions for Mum, please drop them below. We will probably do a future video because she's loving it, aren't you, Trace?
Yeah.
I always call her Tracey. I know it's weird. Because when she worked in an office and she was like the manager and I could never get her attention and I'd have to shout Tracey to get your attention. Anyway, if you do like this kind of content, please do like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And thank you for coming on, Mum. And we will see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.